So me and Terps have found our way to Blizzard HQ.
We snuck in.
We snuck in.
Snuck in, don't tell anyone.
So we just got back from the arena where me and Terps saw our first Overwatch League game live.
That's the Lorax. So, yeah, they're getting really hyped. I'm getting really hyped.
It was a lot of fun. So it was Spitfire, London Spitfire versus Philadelphia Fusion. And if you don't know the result of the game and you want to watch it, probably stop watching now. So London Spitfire were the champions of last season, like pretty conclusively. Now their big rivals last season were Philadelphia Fusion. And this was a hyped up match. And it was like an excuse for to have a grudge match at the start of the season. It was pretty good. Confidence was high from all the panelists, from everybody involved. Basically everybody that knows anything pretty much expected this to be a whitewash for London Spitfire. Expected them to dominate, but
Fusion won.
But it's not over yet. They've got a lot more games to go in the season, and their next game is Saturday versus Paris Eternal. So Paris Eternal, this will be their first game. England and France, we've always had a bit of a rivalry. I mean, we don't hate each other, but we're kind of like brothers that do. But we're out here in LA for a few more days, so we've got a few more games coming up, and Paris Eternal will be on the Saturday, so look forward to that. I'll keep you up to date with what we're doing, throw the camera around a bit more, because it's nice to just kind of show you guys what we get up to out and about. We had some fun times at Universal. I think we might be going down to the Blizzard HQ offices in Irvine on Saturday, so if we do, that's going to be pretty exciting.
So all the famous games in the world they make here?
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, some of the most famous. Yeah,
The ones that we like the most.
yeah, they're very, very popular games.
I've seen a lot of Indians here.
Well, look at this filming your chin. What kind of framing is this? There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. You can see us. This is where Blizzard keeps all of their artifacts.
Yeah.
And
It drops a lot for Blizzard somehow.
they've got they've got all this artifact power.
I didn't get one. I never got an artifact.
You never got an artifact? What?
No, I never got
That's not a typography.
Oh, no.
I didn't touch that. I've noticed that, but I didn't touch that.
That's the R.
But even then, they've got custom kind of, like a proper museum.
Oh, these are cool. Oh, so these are props from the movie?
Not all of them. Oh no, they are all of these, yeah.
That's the size of it. Holy crap.
Well, we held these. That's probably the one we held.
Didn't they give us the tinfoil versions
No,
that were
we had
6
the-
years back in the
No, we had the real
in the set? Wow.
Good.
Did you ever get anything cool from the auction?
I tried to get one of these. These went for about $2,000, $3,000. And the thing is, I didn't want to get one of these because these are dense plastic, basically.
Okay.
And because we played with them when we did the promo stuff,
We could feel
I
they
was just
were.
like, I don't feel like this is going to be cool enough because it looks great.
It looks the business from
And
about
again,
a
you can see
metre
the
away.
scratches and stuff in there. That's amazing. But when you hold it in your hand, it's just not as cool. Look at the size of this diva statue. This is the thing. You've got the tracer one.
She's beautiful, isn't she? Oh man. And Steve's alright as well.
Oh, here we go. So here's a shield from the Warcraft movie, and then here is a shield from working here for 10 years. So this is it. So after 2 years, you get the Stein. So I got one of those.
You got one of the steins?
I got one of the steins.
Did you work for them for 2 years?
No.
How'd you
I
get
bought it on
that?
eBay. I bought it on eBay. Then the sword changes, but that you get for 5 years. I don't have one, but I do have a shield. So this is a 10-year one. 15 years you get the ring. So that's the female ring on the left and the male ring on the right. And then this is the 20-year crown, and that comes in a huge chest.
Huge chest.
And that is handcrafted by Weta Workshop. And I always think that's why it looks a bit like the Witch King of Agmar. So that from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
It's got that
definitely
sort of
got
look
that.
about it.
So what are these?
These are from the BlizzCon when you were there.
Yep.
So this is when they
I
announced
remember
back
this.
Azeroth,
Yeah,
and these
yeah.
are so everyone there. Their character data was given to a 3D printer, and they made up So you, in theory, one of your characters will be one of these little dudes.
So we looked for him, but we couldn't find him.
No.
And understandable.
There's a lot.
There's a few. So these are all existing, because I remember I put on like a special transmog for this.
Yeah.
And they still didn't do well.
I think this one here looks like from the cinematic. Like that's a very cool looking Tauren cinematic. Look at the Anduin all painted up and stuff.
I put my Grand Marshal gear and Thorodal, but
that would look badass.
Couldn't find myself. The weather actually finally has picked up in California. The first 2 days we were out here, me and Terps, it was great. Like, the clouds looked like England. It was rainy. There were rivers going through the storm drains. It was crazy. Like, there was mud, water. So we were lucky enough to get to be able to go down to the Blizzard offices, and it was really, really cool to see how the sausage is made. I wasn't allowed to film most of the areas because obviously games are under development there, some things that shouldn't be known, and I did get some glimpses of things that were being made, but nothing I can talk about. But it was really exciting to kind of hear the guys talk about what they've got planned for this year. I think BlizzCon's going to be a big one. Obviously WoW Classic is going to be huge, and I can't wait to start streaming that. I don't know, it's one of those things, like, do I want to jump back in? Do I want to relive that kind of borderline addiction? But you know what? If I can make it a job right, that's okay, right? It's healthy. Sure. So it's day 3 of the opening of the Overwatch League Season 2. If you watched on the first day, you'll know that our champions, Spitfire, they were smashed completely by Philadelphia Fusion. It was a bit of a slap in the face. I mean, it was devastating, such a loss. But today's going to be very different. Today we're playing against Paris Eternal. I guess a lot of people are keen to see what they come out with. It's easy to think that because they're a new team, they're going to be worse just off the bat. And while they probably haven't had the time that Spitfire have to kind of get used to each other, I mean, make no mistake, these are 6 guys that definitely deserve to be in the Overwatch League, deserve to be here. They're amongst the top 200 players in the world, and they're going to come out of the gates wanting to prove themselves, so it's going to be an interesting game. But I think for me and Terps, this is Spitfire's chance to redeem themselves in our eyes. So we're about to head down to the arena, and oh man, I'm nervous. I never really fully got into the first Overwatch League season. I mean, I was more of just like a login and quick play kind of guy, but watching it being played, you kind of realize how different it is at the top level. I mean, you see very different play at the World Cup at BlizzCon than you do at the Overwatch League games, and I'd say the standard of play in the Overwatch League is probably much higher. I don't think anybody's ruled out Spitfire for this match after their first defeat, and I certainly do think that they're going to come out strong. But ultimately, I just want to see some cool Overwatch games, so looking forward to it. I was talking to Tubbs about this, and I feel like when I watch things like the World Cup, for example, like football, I feel like I'm a bad luck charm. If I watch a game, then my team is more likely to lose, because it's just usually how it goes. I mean, England are bad at football, so that happens anyway. But you want to close your eyes, because if you open them, they're more likely to kind of fail. It's a weird feeling, but I think a lot of people get it.
Ah, come on, man. I did the counter rituals. Isn't that enough?
The only reason the Eagles made it this far is because of your superstitions. The rituals.
But we're going to head over to the arena because it's Saturday. Games kick off at 12. It's about like 10:30 now, so we want to get there early, get some good seats.